What's up, everybody? It's Thegoal60 here for Monday, May the 27th, 2019, Memorial Day. Hope you're all enjoying your day off and celebrating whatever way you want to. We'll get into that at the end of the video, but as far as baseball goes, yesterday we didn't have anything because everything cashed on Friday, Saturday, all official, unofficial, everything. So that's a great way to start the weekend. And so it was a really good weekend. And now we get started in the first half of this week. Hopefully we can get some good luck and some things to go our way as we move through the week. So with that said, we'll jump right into everything from the RPI, the revenge system, and the over-unders. So first we'll talk about the revenge system, which we did have a really good opportunity here and everything met RPI. And then the price killed us, but we do have a way to get back at this. So the game was Pittsburgh and the Reds. So the Pirates are at .507, the Reds are at .499. So obviously within that 15 points that we needed. And we're looking at the Reds here for revenge from a series that happened way back at the start of the season. The problem was the Reds are heavily favored today, minus 210. So it did knock it out as being an official play. It did become an unofficial play, so an unofficial revenge play. Now, here's the thing. If you don't want to play the unofficials, here's a way to do that. This is a doubleheader today, and they actually already have the price up on the second game in some places. So, yes, it's 210 right now. If they do win, that series is over. And we look at the Pirates for the second game. If they lose, the Reds are minus 155 in game two, somewhere around minus 150 to 155. So hopefully that price even gets better. And, there's several ways to attack this is what I'm trying to say. So whatever way you decide to go, that is the revenge play with the Reds. It became an unofficial due to price, but it is a doubleheader today, so govern yourselves accordingly. That's all I've got for revenge. Now we'll get into the RPI. So as far as the RPI plays go, we're looking at 10 total series today. We did pick up 2 official plays, and we'll go over those first, and then we'll talk about the unofficial 3 games and then the unofficial 4 games. So we also did 3 of those series did get canceled out. But as far as the 2 that did make it, the first one is the Padres and the Yankees. The Padres are at .510, the Yankees are at .521. So just barely over that parameter, but we did make it. You look at the price, and New York at home is minus 136. So therefore, the Yankees become the first official play at minus 136 today. The next one is Texas and Seattle. Texas is at .505, Seattle at .486. You look at this, there's been a lot of money come in on Seattle for today, and but we're looking at the value here. Now, currently when I looked at it, most books had Texas as still the favorite as far as the run line goes. The money line had moved all the way to plus 100, all the way up to, I was seeing at 109, things like that. But the run line still had them as a favorite, so it was minus 1.5 instead of getting the plus 1.5 that we usually look for. I went with the value here. We're looking at the plus 104 is what I'm writing it down as, what I'm going with. So Texas plus 104 is the second play. As far as unofficial 3 games, Chicago and Houston. Chicago at .524. Houston in the top 3, actually tied for first with the Dodgers at .553. And the price on Houston is just too much. It's minus 200. Next up, we've got Cleveland at Boston. Cleveland at .481. Boston is at .497. You look at Boston and it's minus 173, so just too expensive. That is all Toronto and Tampa Bay. Toronto at .469, Tampa Bay at .520. Look at the price, and once again, just too expensive. Tampa Bay is at minus 170. As far as 4-game unofficials, there's 2 of those. Arizona and Colorado. Arizona at .527. Colorado at .493. And you look at the price, it's minus 104 on Arizona, so not bad there. It's just they're actually shaded to being an underdog, but it's a 4-game series. And then finally, the Mets and the Dodgers. The Mets at .485, the Dodgers at .553, tied for the top spot in the RPI. I did not see a price on this game when I was looking for it, but I think the Dodgers are going to be heavily favored in that game. That's all for the RPI system. That's the three. Well, I could say this: the three series that did not make it due to RPI: Detroit and Baltimore, Kansas City, White Sox, Angels, A's. So those three series did not make it. Those two teams in each one of those series were too close in RPI for it to become a play. Now we'll talk about the over-unders. We have 4 total series that fit between either being a 4-game series, a 3-game series where neither team was coming off a divisional game, and the the differential fit outside of the 0.8 to 0.6, and the line was not too high. Now, a few of these I actually made unofficial, and all it is, what I'm just calling it unofficial because it's not something I'm actually going with. I'm not actually moving anything on it. Is because it being under. Like I said last week, looking at these overs, going with those official, playing those, the unders, waiting to see what's going on. I don't know if we need to drop that number a little bit. I'm doing some more research today on that. But as soon as I can figure something out, then we'll go official with the unders. It's just something's got to change. Out of the losses we've had this year in the test, 75% of them were because it was unders. So we'll see what happens there. But let's go over the one that did make it. It's an over, obviously. Detroit and Baltimore. The Tigers at 0.92. The O's at 0.23. That's good enough for 1.15. And then you look at the number, it's over 9. Now this one is extremely expensive. It may slide up to 9.5. In fact, I think it's going to pretty quick. So you may not be able to get on this, or you may just want to risk it. But it's at 9, and it was minus 130 to minus 135. So I don't know if I've ever seen a baseball total be that expensive. We're going to see what happens with it. I think it's probably going to slide in 9.5, but most of this morning it's been 9, and it's been at that price, so I'm going to go ahead and go with it. As far as the 3 that are unofficial, the Mets and the Dodgers. The Mets at minus 0.14, Dodgers at 0.63. That's a differential of 0.49. You're looking at the under 7, unofficial. Cleveland and Boston, negative 0.42 versus 0.6, so a net of 0.18. Looking at the under 11, that's a great number for looking at the under, but look, of course, unofficial there. And then finally, Toronto and Tampa Bay. Toronto at 0.06, Tampa Bay at negative 0.57. Good enough for a negative 0.51. Looking at the under, it's 8.5. So that's everything I've got today. Like I said, I hope you're having a great Memorial Day. If you're, whatever way you celebrate it, hanging out with friends, family, whatever, have a great day. Have a great Monday. And it's going to be a short work week, so that's always a great thing. Let's get it started off great with some baseball wins. Appreciate you taking your time to watch this, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.
60% of the time, it works every time.